Hey friends, welcome back to Homeschool-ology. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Nikki. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4. I've got a 7th grader, 3rd grader, and 5 and 3-year-old who are doing a combined pre-K level. And usually I talk about secular homeschooling on this channel, but I also enjoy talking about having a larger family and traveling with a larger family. And right now we are in the middle of a Disney Friday series where Fridays I'm sharing our Disney vacation with you guys. So today's video is going to be our second park day. We left on a Monday after co-op, and so we got there that evening, went to bed, got up, did our first park day, which was Epcot. The video is here of me sharing our adventures there. And then the next day we got up and went to Animal Kingdom. This was Wednesday. So we took advantage of the early entry, and I said this in all my videos and I'm going to say it again. Stay at a Disney resort and use that early entry. You are going to get in, you're not going to fight the crowds, you're not going to wait in line to get in, and you're going to be able to hit so many things in the park before the big, the big group of people get there, because it gets more crowded between like 9:30 and 10. Like that's when everybody's there. Everybody that's going to be there that day is there at that time. And if you get there for early entry, by the time it's like 10:30, you're going to be ready for your break, and you're going to be able to beat the lunch crowd because you're going to be there before that. Most of the stuff starts serving lunch around 10:30, 11. But so you're going to beat the rush crowd at noon. You're going to be able to take advantage of that noon time when people are eating lunch. You're going to be riding rides. It just works out. Do it. Take advantage of it. So that's what we did. We got there. We got in. We weren't quite as early. Day one at Epcot, we were there like 8:25. Our early entry was 8:30. We were there at 8:25 waiting for the rope to drop. So we didn't actually get to Animal Kingdom until it was still within our early entry time, but I think it was like 8:45. So we weren't there for a rope drop because Animal Kingdom, as much as I love it, there just isn't as much to do there. It's a great park. You should totally do it. It's a nice day, because Magic Kingdom and Epcot and things like that, you're gonna be walking a lot, hitting it hard. You're gonna be tired. So Animal Kingdom is a good park to have as a rest day. I try to plan it usually in the middle of our trip rather than the beginning or end. Well, the end would be good too, but I wouldn't put it first. That wouldn't be the first one I go to, because it is gonna be an easier day. And so we knew we weren't in a major rush to get there. There's only one ride there. Okay, so we are not into the Pandora thing. It's beautiful. Walk through it at night. It's amazing at nighttime. But we're just not super into the rides there. So those rides do have super long lines. So if you are really interested in doing that, definitely take advantage of the early entry rope drop. Get there, get in line, get it done, because those lines are very long. But since we don't really care to ride those, we just skipped that land altogether, and so we weren't in a major rush to get there. But we got there around 8:45. We still got a ton in our day. We did everything we wanted to do. We did Mount Kilimanjaro or Mount Everest 3 times that day, I think. 2 or 3 times. I think we did it 2 times. But my husband takes my daughter, and then I take my daughter. And so my son wasn't tall enough to ride it. My oldest daughter hates roller coasters, so we just had my middle daughter. But we did it twice, so she got to ride 4 times that day, and she absolutely loved it. But the lines really weren't that long. We took advantage of the child swap, which I've talked about in my last video. Totally worth it. A great system. I think we went straight to Dinosaur Land that day, and Dinosaur Land has the dinosaur ride in it, which is bumpy as heck and dark, and dinosaurs jump out at you, so it can be a little scary. So I do not recommend this for a kid that scares easy or that is not into being in the dark or anything like that. But it is a great ride. It's very bumpy though. When we rode it, I didn't go on it this day because you know, I took my older daughter and my youngest daughter on the Triceratops spin, which is so funny. My daughter's 3, and we went around the same time a year ago, like a year prior. And when we walked into Animal Kingdom, we started walking towards Dino Land, she asked to do the spinning dinosaurs. Like, she remembered it, and she was only 2. I was like, that's impressive. But anyways, I took her and my older daughter to do that. We actually rode that twice while the rest of them went on Dinosaur. But we went back a few weeks later, and I rode the ride with because my husband didn't go. It was just me and the kids. And my older daughter took my younger daughter to the playground, and then I took the 2 middle ones. And man, like, I almost hurt myself trying not to get jostled that much. So it is an intense ride, but it's really cute. Like, it's a good ride, and it's worth doing if you have somebody who likes thrill rides. And then so back to our original trip, I'm there with my husband. He took them. I did the Triceratops spin with her twice. And then we walked over to Mount Kilimanjaro because that was what my middle daughter wanted to do the most. So we went there. I sat down with the kids who didn't want to ride, and we had a snack, and they went on the ride, and then we just child swapped. I went with her. Then we continued on around. I think we turned around and went backwards. That's what we did. I actually can't believe I forgot to include this, but we actually kept going past Mount Everest to see the Feathered Friends in Flight show. It's a super adorable show with lots of trained birds that do all kinds of amazing things. And so this was just something that we really enjoy doing. We try to watch it every time. This video is really cool. It's a slow motion video of an owl. I personally just love owls, and this was like right in front of us. So close to us. It was so amazing. I mean, how beautiful is that? And so I left my daughter was the one filming that clip there, and she didn't stop the video. But then when I was watching it back, I was just getting a kick out of my face and my middle daughter's face and how excited we were by this. So for your viewing enjoyment, here is my reaction. Poorly. And just wait for my middle daughter's face. Look at that. She's like, what? So great. If you get a chance to go, definitely check out this show. It's super adorable. Love it so much. Definitely worth checking out. We turned around and went backwards. The kids wanted to head over to like the Lion King show and the safari ride. That was their main, top choices for that day. And so we started heading that way. I think we ate lunch around this time, and then we went over and did the Lion King show. Totally worth seeing it. You guys, the monkeys are back. They took them away during the whole COVID thing because they were trying to keep, even performers wouldn't touch each other. They tried to keep them all separate. And so our beloved monkeys were gone, and they were finally back. So we were so excited, and we enjoyed that show very, very, very much. And then we headed on over to the safari, into the safari. We actually saw a lot of animals that day, and I was so excited about everything that we got to see, and it was amazing. And then we went back a few weeks later and went on the safari, and it was like even better. We went after 4 o'clock. Highly suggest going after 4 o'clock. They are starting to put some of the animals away, so we missed the goats because we were, they put the animals away at 5. And they had put them away first, and so they were not there. But we see goats a lot. The safari animals were out in droves. We saw so many of them, all of them. We saw 9 hippos. You guys, usually when we ride that ride, I'm excited if we see the bubbles from a hippo. Like, you never see them, and we saw all of them. It was so amazing. It was so amazing. The only thing we missed, we only got to see one elephant kind of like off behind in a distance, and so my niece was upset about that because she really wanted to see them. But anyways, I digress, because that was the second time that we went. But at this trip, we did see tons of animals. The safari ride is great. Do it. It's worth the wait. Even if the wait is an hour, it's worth the wait. So that's one of the ones. So my rule is usually like 40 minutes or less. For rides, we'll wait 40 minutes, except for that one. I will definitely wait an hour ish. So lines get really long at Disney. If you haven't been, if you don't know, lines get really long, like 120 minutes. Like, so just learning, just trying to knock out the really popular rides as early in the morning as you can. You taking advantage of that early entry time, needs to be your strategy. The other time that's a good time to go on rides is when like the main shows are happening. So like in the evening time when like the fireworks are going off at the castle, or the river show is happening at Animal Kingdom, or whenever those shows are happening, that's when you go ride the rides, because there is nobody in line for them. Of course, if this is your first time, go check out those shows, because those shows are phenomenal. You will not regret your choice. But if you've been, you know, if you're going for the week and you did the show the first day, take advantage the second day that you go to that park. Take advantage of that time to go hit those rides, because there will be hardly any line. But yeah, so we did our safari, and then I think the kids we went back to Mount Kilimanjaro because my daughter wanted to do that again. I always call it Mount Kilimanjaro. It's Mount Everest, guys. So we went and did that, and I think from there we just headed out because my family was arriving. My sister and her daughter and my mom, and she nannies, and so her nanny kid and the nanny kid's dad were all joining us for my niece's birthday. And so we headed out of the park. We did a short day that day, but even though it was a short day, we left around like 3, so we got there at like 8. We walked in around 8:45, but like we had been through security and all of that, so we got there probably like 8:15, and we left by 3, and we had done everything we wanted to do, but we didn't do Pandora. So if Pandora is something that you want to do, you know, take that into account. But Disney or Animal Kingdom tends to be a shorter day. You do need to know this about Animal Kingdom: anything that has animals closes at 5. So if you are wanting to see that safari, you need to get there. Animal Kingdom is a day where you go early. You go early, you get everything done, and you have rest in the evening, because this anything with animals closes at 5, and that's a great deal of what is at the park. Most of the shows are over by that time too, so if you are going to go and you want to do everything, I suggest hitting all of your animal stuff and shows in the morning, and then doing your rides later at night. Except for those Pandora rides, you're going to want to do those like right when you get there. So anyways, that was our day, and we headed off to go have dinner with my family that was coming and get to bed early, because we knew we wanted to get up early for the next day for Magic Kingdom. So that's what I will be sharing with you guys next Friday. As always, if you have any questions, I'd love for you to ask them down below. I'd be happy to answer them the best that I can. While you're down in the comment section, I hope you would subscribe to this channel and ring that notification bell so you know when these videos are coming out. And I think that's all I'm going to share with you guys today. So I hope you guys are enjoying this Disney Friday series. It's going to be going on for a few more Fridays. If there's anything you want me to chat about, please let me know in the comments. And I think that's it for today. So I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye.